Okay, let's talk about seller disclosures. You know, that lovely stack of paperwork sellers get to fill out where you basically confess every little weird thing your house has ever done. Leaky roof, mystery stain on the ceiling, ghost sightings. Okay, probably not ghosts. Unless you're selling in California, more on that later. Look, if you're selling a home, this isn't optional. And if you think fudging the details will save you a headache, congratulations, you're volunteering for a lawsuit. Today, we are diving into what you must disclose, how to avoid getting sued after closing, and why being honest can actually help you sell your home faster and for more money. So let's get to it. Hey, I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor, helping people just like you buy or sell a home in Marin County without ending up in court or therapy. My information is in the description if you need help with your seller disclosures or anything else about buying or selling a home. There's also a lot of freebies down there, so check it out. What is a seller disclosure anyway? So what is one? In short, it's your written confession about your home. You're legally required to tell buyers about anything wrong or potentially wrong with the house. We're talking plumbing issues, roof damage, electrical gremlins, flooding, mold, termites, fire damage, you name it. If you've ever paid someone to fix something or duct taped it yourself, yep, that should go in the seller disclosure statement. This isn't just busy work. The whole point is transparency, giving buyers all the information up front so that nobody gets blindsided later. What you legally have to disclose. Now, every state plays by slightly different rules. Since I'm in California, let's use us as the poster child for maximum disclosure. In California, you're required to disclose basically anything you know about the property, including any deaths on the property within the last 3 years, structural issues like foundation cracks or roof leaks, environmental hazards like lead paint, asbestos, radon gas, HOA disclosures, the dues, restrictions, and rules that might scare buyers away, outstanding liens or unpaid taxes, even neighborhood nuisances like noisy neighbors, bad odors, persistent traffic, barking dogs, anything that could affect your home's value, and natural hazard disclosure reports on earthquake zones, flood zones, fire hazard severity zones. All the fun stuff Marin County gets to enjoy. Don't worry, your realtor is going to help pull this one together, the natural hazard stuff. So you don't have to. Bottom line, if you're wondering what do you have to disclose when selling a home in California, the answer is basically everything. Why? Full disclosure helps you as the seller. Now you might be thinking, why would I voluntarily air my home's dirty laundry? Won't that scare buyers off? Well, actually, it's the opposite. Full disclosure protects you. When buyers know what they're getting up front, they're less likely to back out during escrow, they're much less likely to sue you later, and you actually build trust, which often leads to smoother negotiations and better offers. And if something ever does pop up post-sale, your detailed real estate disclosures can become your best legal defense. By the way, these videos that I'm doing, they take a lot of time and money and caffeine to make, and no, YouTube's not footing the bill. So your like, comment, and especially subscribe keeps the algorithm happy and helps keep me motivated to keep making the videos. Thank you for your support. And as a thank you, here's a picture of a very cute kitten. The cost of lying or forgetting. Let's just say hiding stuff gets expensive fast. If you fail to disclose known issues, even on a so-called as-is sale, if you lie on your disclosure, or conveniently forget something, you could face lawsuits for fraud or misrepresentation, massive repair bills, emotional distress claims, treble damages, which could mean paying up to 3 times the buyer's losses and legal fees that might make you cry. Bottom line, the risks of non-disclosure or misrepresentation aren't worth it, ever. The paperwork itself. Most states, including California, have standardized real estate disclosure forms that you'll fill out. Some of the main ones are the Transfer Disclosure Statement, the TDS, the Seller Property Questionnaire, the SPQ, lead-based paint disclosure for homes built before 1978, the Natural Hazard Disclosure Report, the NHD that I mentioned before, and like I said, your agent can make that one happen for you. Necessary paperwork can be different in your city, and yes, your agent should help you with all of it. Double check everything. Want to protect yourself even more? Cross-reference your disclosures with a home inspection report. Yes, that's something you should do, not your prospective buyers. It works out way better for you for lots of different reasons. Too many to go into on this video. Repair invoices, permits pulled for any major work, HOA documents, public records on your property lines, zoning, or flood maps. If something doesn't line up, fix it before closing. As is doesn't mean hide stuff. A quick myth buster. Selling a home as is doesn't mean you can skip the disclosures. In fact, all homes sold in California are ultimately sold as is. Selling your home as is doesn't carry any special meaning, and it does not absolve you from the obligation to fully disclose. You are still required to share everything you know. But don't worry, disclosing something broken doesn't mean that you need to fix it. It's all about passing your knowledge base on to the buyer, who can decide what they will offer for your home based on the as-is condition that your home is in. Recent trends and changes. Seller disclosure rules keep evolving, and there has been a few key updates. In California, disclosures must happen within 7 days of accepting an offer. But hey, provide your disclosures when your home is listed, the first time it's listed. Don't wait until after an offer unless you're dying for a buyer to renegotiate you to a lower price. Other states have limited requirements, like Arkansas, where there is no statutory seller disclosure form. At least it's not a particular one that's required, but sellers must not actively conceal known defects. And by the way, no state requires more than California. Yeah, sorry about that. A few states like Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, New York, and Alaska have fairly comprehensive disclosure forms, but none match the length, depth, or multi-layered reports that California requires. Moral of the story, know your state laws or work with someone who does. Someone like me. Seller's shield. Protect yourself after closing. Okay, even when you do everything right with your seller disclosures, there's always that one buyer who decides to lawyer up months or years after the closing. That's where seller shields come in. It's an online tool that not only walks you through filling out your disclosure forms accurately, but it also offers post-closing legal protection. If a buyer tries to sue you over something you disclosed, or they claim you did not disclose, Seller's Shield appoints and pays attorneys to defend you without you having to front thousands in legal fees. Think of it like a safety net for your disclosures. You can purchase coverage from 1 to 4 years after closing, depending on your state's statute of limitations for real estate lawsuits. If you want a little peace of mind that your honest disclosure won't turn into a financial nightmare later, it's worth looking into. Final pro tips. If you're not sure whether to disclose something, err on the side of disclosure. Keep copies of everything: repair receipts, inspection reports, permits. Don't rely on memory. Get professional help if needed. Ask your real estate agent or attorney to review your seller disclosures before submitting. Remember, disclosures aren't there to make your life harder. They exist to make sure your sale closes cleanly, your buyer stays happy, and you never hear the phrase, "See ya in court." Looking for more information about living in Marin County or information for buyers or sellers, there should be some video recommendations showing now. And hey, please subscribe. to encourage me to keep doing these videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.